Crispy skin, that gentle crack as the knife goes through, and a glossy sour cherry sauce over the top. Tonight we're making duck breast with duck fat potatoes and green beans. Let's start from the beginning. I'll start by patting the duck dry, and then I'll score the skin. You don't want to cut into the meat, so be very careful when you're doing this part. And I like to keep them really tight because it renders out faster that way. Now a bit of salt and pepper, and it's ready. In the meantime, the potatoes, I'll keep them whole and steam them in their jackets just to preserve their full flavor. Once they're tender, they come out, still steaming, and I peel them back while they're still warm. Break them by hand. This way you get those jagged edges that will crisp them up later. At this point, I've already placed a tray in the oven with duck fat just to let it heat through. So when these potatoes meet the hot fat, they start to crisp up right away. Back to the duck. It goes into a cold pan, skin side down, just to let that fat render slowly. It goes on medium-low heat, and the fat will come out. Then the skin then starts to turn golden and crisp. I add a couple of sprigs of rosemary, just to let it infuse gently into the fat. And I'll baste the top lightly, letting that flavor carry through. And I'll just keep tossing it throughout the cooking process. As it cooks, the fat builds in the pan. You'll get quite a bit of it, so just spoon it off and set it aside. It's so worth keeping for another meal. You could finish this off in the oven, but I don't mind finishing it stovetop. I like to keep a thermometer nearby just to stay in control of it. You're looking to pull it somewhere around 125 to 130 and then letting it rest. That rest gives you that tender, juicy interior. Once the duck comes out to rest, I'll move on to the sauce. In the same pan, I'm going to add a shallot just to soften it. Then a splash of cognac. It brings a bit of warmth and a subtle sweetness. From there, a bit of chicken stock and something sour cherry. I'm using a sour cherry concentrate here, but a tart cherry jam or spread works just as well. You're not looking for something too sweet, just something to balance everything out. I also like to add a bit of tart cherries to it. Then off the heat, a bit of butter, just to bring it together. When it coats the back of a spoon and holds a clean line, you know you're ready. By now the potatoes should be crisp and golden, and the duck has had time to rest. I bring everything to the table, slice into the duck. And start to build the plate. The potatoes, the duck, the green beans, and that glossy sour cherry sauce over the top with a few cherries to finish. If you're new here, welcome to Marty's Herby Kitchen. This is where I like to cook simple meals that feel just a little special, what I like to call simple luxury. You'll find the full recipe in the description. Dinner served. Thanks for joining me this evening. I'll see you at the next table.